Defeat this evening, what was your reflection on that?
Excuse me. A little bit similar to Woking in many ways, but this time we weren't at the races for an hour, rather than maybe 25 minutes, half an hour down at Woking, until we sort of got ourselves, for some reason, sorted out. You know, talking about tonight, they were 3-5-2 as well. So we were matched up all over the pitch. Yet they seemed to find more space. They seemed to run past us a little bit more than we run past them in the first hour, I'd say, until we changed it to 4-3-3. And then I thought we had a little bit of joy. Mitch came on the left-hand side and put some great balls in. Nico came on and was a little bit unlucky with his chance, because I think it's come over Bliss and it's that fast, it's onto him. I don't think he really sees it, but it hits him and goes over the bar. Then we score, and then all of a sudden you're thinking we might actually nick something here, when, to be all intents and purposes, at 2-0 down, and let's be honest, that was a woeful goal, the second one. You think you're going to nick something, or you might nick something, but the truth be told, I didn't think we did anywhere near enough to get a result tonight. And it was a shame, because going into the bank holiday, you know, we were looking at obviously if we could have a strong weekend, you know, we could be maybe a little bit clear. But listen, you show me a team that goes through a season without hitting a few big waves and whatever. Listen, we've lost back-to-back games for the first time in 18 months. That's how far this football club's come. And people have to respect that, and respect the players that have got us to that kind of standard, and also respect the fact that teams set up now to try and be as physical and as big as us, and we're there on merit to be shot at. You know, the players have earned that right, but now they've got to respond, and you know, we've got to find different angles a little bit. You know, the likes of, say, a Hawkridge and an Osborne or whatever, they are different angles. They're players that have got that little bit of X factor. But listen, this league is nip and tuck. No one is going to run away with this division this season. No one. It's a tough, even playing field, I think. There's a lot of teams with a lot of strength, a lot of financial power, and it's a big, tough playground to play in, you know. And if you're not careful, someone comes out and punches you straight in the nose. And we've had two of them this weekend, and we have to respond. You know, we have to respond. Players at this football club, you know, we look after them. You know, we make sure that they're okay, and we'll work very hard to try and respond at Halifax on Saturday. Tougher game as it's going to be.
And still plenty of positives, creating chances, but is it the goals that are quite sloppy that disappoint you?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you know, when you look at the two goals, or the weekend, on Saturday, should I say, you know, it's a sort of a defensive error, or an individual error, and then someone not smelling danger, and the second one's a set play. You know, tonight it reminded me, it's almost a carbon copy of the Ebbsfleet goal. I mean, a kid ghosts in from right to left across the face, and it cuts a shot back into the corner. But the second one, I mean, the kid Atkinson, the centre half, stepping in there. I mean, someone's got to come and knock him into next week. I mean, centre half stepping in there, he should be getting unloaded. But it was good play from the kid, and a good finish from Hollands. But in all intents and purposes, it weren't good play from us. It weren't good defensively. And listen, we've got to go back and work hard, get back to the drawing board. There's a lot of teams with a lot more spending power than us that are below us, you know, and have had iffy starts. So we've had a good start. It's been solid up until this weekend, and as I said, we've took a couple of punches on the nose, and we've got to start throwing a few back, metaphorically, obviously.
You switched to a back four in the second half. Is that something that allows you to sort of use wingers more and cut inside and get those crosses into the box?
A little bit. I mean, obviously we were predominantly 4-3-3 last year, obviously with different personnel, but just 2-0, and that system was going nowhere in that game. So listen, if it ain't working, change it, is what I've always learned. You know, if there's something out there and it patently isn't working on that day, and let's be honest, 3-5-2's worked for us. Even with all due respect to Woking, we opened them up like a can of beans in the second half and could have scored 7 or 8 and missed them all. But listen, that's football. But in that particular game tonight, it weren't working. So let's have a look at 4-3-3. Let's get Mitch out on the left. He's got a nice left foot. Let's have a look at Alex Nichols, who we brought in. You know, it weren't working for other people, and it did change it. It changed the direction of the game. But but unfortunately we couldn't get the second goal. But listen, don't be handing 2-0 leads out. It's the lesson, isn't it? Because you statistically, if you look at how many teams come back from 2-0 down, it isn't many. Very rarely do you come back from that. So we have to make sure that we start a hell of a lot quicker. I won't say work harder, because the lads work hard. There's no doubt about that. But we were second best, man for man. We were second best for a period of time today, and it cost us.
Now you've got a week to prepare for Halifax and hopefully maybe have a few more players back.
Well, it's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, Callum and Ozzy have had scans. Sorry, not Callum, McCallum, and one's got obviously a slight nick in his groin. The other one's got a calf. I would say they're both doubts, if I'm honest, for Saturday. Wright is out for a period with a hamstring, so we'll have to play that one by ear and have a little look. Listen, they've had a tough weekend, so they'll be off tomorrow, but we'll be in Wednesday, Thursday, because we're still are part-time at the moment, and we'll regroup, have a look, have a little head count. Listen, I've got every confidence in that squad, and that's what I've said to him in there. Listen, I don't care who's out, because I've got players who can come in. But when you come in, you've got to take your chance. And listen, anyone would miss Osborne and McCallum in this division, but it's not a one-man team or whatever. So we'll pick the bones out of it and regroup. But I'm delighted with the squad we've got, and listen, we'll be okay. I don't want anyone, fretting about us. We'll be fine. But this weekend has opened our eyes to what this league's all about. You know what I mean? If you're just not quite on the pace, then you get exposed, and we have done on Saturday and tonight.